Another one bites the dust. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Another prop firm is down. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a really important update for those of you in the prop firm world, especially if you've been using FundingTicks. Now, they just announced that they are shutting down operations, and it's already causing a ripple effect across the trading community all over the place. Now, I've been telling people for years and years and years, be careful with these prop firms. A lot of them, like 90% of them, can be 100% shady and basically never pay you out or basically manipulate your account. Okay, now FundingTicks started as a futures prop firm offering traders funded accounts after passing an evaluation. But in late 2025, things started going downhill with them, right? They rolled out new rules, mid challenges like mandatory hold times on trades, higher daily targets, and major changes to profit splits. Okay, so even worse, right? They applied some of these changes to trades that had already been completed. Okay, so you already went through the hard part, and now they're basically trying to apply these rules, these changes. This obviously sparked major backlash across the entire trading community. And shortly after, right, FundingTicks announced that they're closing the firm for good. What a coincidence! Think about it. If you got a prop firm and it's bringing money in, and people are happy, and people are getting paid out, right? You would never shut it down, right? It's the same story time after time after time again. That basically what's happening is that they're telling people that they're moving on to different things, and actually what they're going to do is they're just going to rebrand, right? So the people behind this, they're going to completely make a whole new prop firm, rebrand, basically ditch this name and start a new name, new business, new prop firm, right? Now, if you're in the middle of an evaluation right now, or you have a funded account with them, they're issuing you refunds, but obviously it's like partial refunds, only a certain percentage, partial payouts, obviously depending on your progress. Now, make sure to log into your dashboard, review the latest updates, and request your funds, obviously, before the date that they're basically stating on here, okay? Obviously, you have until January 31st, so that's not much time, okay? Now, I recommend all you guys, anybody that's using FundingTicks, right? Screenshot your trade history, just in case obviously support disappears, because let's be honest, right? Once these firms shut down, communication tends to drop very, very fast. Okay, now whether people believe it or not, I actually do like to look out for all traders, because you're chapter one. I've been there, right? I've done this long enough, and I've learned from the best of the best in this game. Between my uncles, cousins, my brother, I've learned from the best there is, right? And if you want to be the best, you have to learn from the best, right? And I would never send someone down a road that basically was a fucking dead end, okay? Because this prop firm basically did a big fuck you to everybody, and all these other futures prop firms are basically doing the big fuck you to everybody as well. It's a matter of time before they're all shut down, right? And again, these are basically built like the casino. They're meant for you to basically fail and fail and fail again. And so you have to buy another challenge, buy another challenge, buy another challenge, right? That's why I think it's very important for people to use their own capital, even if you have very small amount, all right? So again, the bigger lesson here, guys, is that this is a perfect example of why I no longer rely on prop firms, right? And someone will say, well, you know, if you don't have the money, you know, then you can't trade. Okay, well then practice paper trade, right? And save that money up. You're going to be more disciplined and a better trader, right? If you have $300 of your own money versus, you know, spending $300 over and over and over again, because people buy these prop firms, especially those that share, like, we'll use Apex for example, right? People will be like, oh, Apex, it's only $35, $40 for a funded account. Okay, well, guess what? You pass that. Now you have to buy the actual, like, evaluation or whatever account, the actual, like, the true account. So you basically have to spend more money, okay? Next thing you know, after you've bought so many of these accounts, you look at your fucking credit card statement and you're like, holy shit, I've spent $1,000 to $5,000 on these prop firm accounts. You're like, I should have just used my own money at this point, okay? So obviously, you know, I think it's very important, guys, obviously, to trade with your own capital, because when you trade with their capital, you know, you think keeping the profits, but obviously the rules are constantly changing, right? Payouts get delayed, or sometimes your payouts get rejected because they'll be like, oh, you broke a rule. You broke just one little rule. And then you're like, what rule? And then they obviously don't respond to you, okay? So again, if you're serious about trading, guys, you need consistency and transparency, and you need to control, and that's something that most prop firms just can't give you, right? you're trading by their rules. So ultimately, the better alternative, guys, is use a real broker, right? And the broker that I use, I trade forex, but you could basically trade, stocks if you wanted to. I obviously use Gates FX. The link is below this video. It's obviously a real broker with my own capital, my own terms. So if I put $500 in there and I make $100 or $200 off of one trade, I can withdraw that profit instantly, enjoy the fruits of my labor. Okay. So, ultimately it's up to people. If, obviously this is a pattern, right? It's a pattern that keeps happening over and over and over again. Give it maybe a couple weeks, maybe give it a couple months. You're going to see another futures prop firm get shut down as well, okay? Because again, these are shady businesses. These are not legit. These are basically just cash cow money machines. So again, all you're doing is, right, you're not renting capital when you're using your own account. You're actually building your own account, right? With prop firms, you're basically renting their capital, but you're renting fake capital, right? At the end of the day, yeah, people get paid out. Very few people get paid out here and there, but ultimately they're not going to want to pay you out, right? So again, if you're tired of being at these prop firms' mercies, right? These shady prop firms that keep happening over and over and over again, obviously you need to level up. Use your own money. If you don't have the money, save the money. Get a part-time job. Sell things around your house, or just like I said, use a demo account. Because basically, when you buy a prop firm, guys, when you buy a prop firm from Apex, Tradeify, TopStep, all these other prop firms, it's a demo account. I don't think people really understand that it's a demo account. Even if you pass that and you get a real account, guess what? It's still a fucking demo account. And the money you get, say you get a payout, right? Say, oh, I spent $300 and I get a $2,000 payout. Well, the $2,000 payout is not from the actual market. It's from the pool of money, right? That all these other people that bought these prop firm accounts, when they buy them, it goes into this pool of money. And when you get a payout, that money, right, comes from that pool. It goes into your account. Well, guess what? Once you get a payout, they're going to basically do everything they can not to basically give you another payout. And then they're trying to block you, ban you, blah, 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 blah. That's how these prop firm works. I'm going to make more videos. If you guys like this video, I'm going to start making more and more videos out there. Because like I said, I've already reached all my goals, milestones, achievements that I wanted to in life, and I already became the trader I've wanted to be. So at this point, I really don't give a shit. I'm basically, lifting the curtains up and being honest with people and looking out for people. And some of these prop firms and other people might come after me for this, but again, I really don't give a shit. So because I'm actually looking out for people and trying to tell them, like, look, whether you sign up with the broker that I use or not, I don't give a shit what people sign up for or not, right? I have a lot of free stuff out there as far as Discord, Telegram, yada, yada, yada. But I'm actually looking out for people because it's disgusting how these prop firms are screwing people over and over and over again. Now, there's a prop firm that I do use, right, with Forex trading. Then I'll talk about them in an upcoming video. I'm not going to talk about them now because obviously I don't want it to be like, oh, sales tactic, blah, 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 blah. I'll talk about them in the next video. Next couple videos, I'll talk about the prop firm that I use and I recommend for Forex, if that's really a route you want to go. But ultimately, I recommend just using your own cash, guys, because let's say if you come to the market with $300, $500, you'd be surprised how fast you can make money if you're a good trader. You could trade gold, US 30, NAS 100, Forex pairs, okay? And you can come with $100 and trade gold. In fact, I have a free gold signals Telegram group. It's 100% free if you're using the same broker as me. And if you come with $100, you can easily come and make $25, $50 to $100 a day, right? If you're a good trader and you're disciplined, you follow your rules. And that's all your money, right? You don't have to you don't have to ask for a fucking payout, right? You don't have to follow any rules, right? You get into a trade, all of a sudden news hits and that thing spikes up and you're like, holy shit, right? I only planned on making $100, but I made $1,000. They're not going to be like, oh, well, you broke our rules, so guess what? You don't get your $1,000. No, you're going to get $1,000. Like, that's it. So, anyways, guys, FundingTicks, another one bites the dust, another one's shut down. Not surprised at all. Give it some time, give it a couple months, maybe a couple years. You'll see the same thing with other prop firms, possibly Apex, TopStep, Tradeify. You'll see it. They'll all eventually disappear like a fart in the wind. But that's it for this video. Just be very careful on prop firms that you guys use. Be smart, right? Patience. I get it. We want to go from 0 to 100, but these prop firms are not the way to go from 0 to 100. I mean, even if you go on if you go on a FundingTicks fucking Twitter, they basically deleted all their past tweets. And they just had this one thing up here about disclaimer about them shutting down, and they got the balls to even fucking disable, right? you can't even comment on this. So obviously right there, that's a red flag. That's shady. So again, just be careful who you guys use in the future. And as always, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, comment below what you think, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.